Welcome. This short yin yoga practice is meant to help you rest, recover, and balance your nervous system. We'll begin in butterfly pose. So come into the shape. You're going to come to sit and bring the soles of your feet together. Move your heels out from your groin so you have a loose angle in your knee joints. From here, we'll fold forward and you can gather the appropriate props. Here I have a yoga bolster, I have yoga blocks. You can also use whatever you have available to you. But having enough props so that when you fold forward, your forehead can rest on the prop. The arms hang loosely to the sides. And make sure you adjust the height of the props so that it fits your body, right? If it's not enough, add more. If it's too much, take some away. And then once you've arrived in the shape, begin to notice your breath. I encourage you to take some deep, slow breaths in and out through the nose, really softening through the belly so that as you breathe, the belly and the lower back expand. Allow the weight of the head to be heavy, the arms to be heavy. And as you begin to arrive in the shape, just noting what sensations are present. Maybe you feel it in your back or your hips or your groins. And whatever's there, as we hold the pose, we're just giving it time to shift, to change. Allowing tension to leave the body. And perhaps noticing what it's like to come into stillness. Maybe the mind has distractions or other things it thinks you should be doing. And see if you can just notice that and return to sensing the body and the breath and the support of the props, the support of the ground. Soften across the jaw, the shoulders relax. And continue to encourage a softening in the abdomen, a receptivity as you inhale, receiving the diaphragm, which moves down in the body. And on the exhale, see if you can get a little heavier, releasing the weight of the bones toward the earth. We'll take a few more minutes here, really just giving things time to settle, giving you time to arrive. Letting go of effort, letting go of push. Simply be with, an invitation to be with yourself. Letting go of the pull to tend to or care for others. Offer yourself this time as a form of nourishment. Inviting in quiet. And for the last few breaths, see if you can release even more deeply, even more completely, letting go of effort, letting go of holding. And then to come out of the pose, you're going to press your hands to the floor, to the prop, and keeping your head heavy, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Let your head be the last thing to lift, and just take a breath at the top. Beautiful. You can move your props to the side. And we'll come onto our belly, coming into Sphinx position. So begin by lying down and resting your forehead on top of your palms, just making a pillow for your forehead with your hands. Stretch your toes back. And take a few moments here resting, feeling your belly move into and away from the ground with each breath. And if you're happy here, you can stay here. You can come up a level by making two fists under your forehead, or come up another level by propping yourself up on your forearms for Sphinx pose. And we're going to let the shoulders fall toward the ears here. The head can fall either back or forward. If it does fall forward, you might want to take a prop under your forehead. And begin to visualize the legs heavy, the front of the pelvis heavy, pelvic bones heavy. Release any gripping in the hamstrings, the glutes. Release any gripping around the tailbone. Continue to notice the movement of the belly into and away from the ground. There's actually a really nice massage happening there for all your digestive organs. And then just giving things a little more time to unfold. We'll hold for another 90 seconds or so. And see if you can just be curious about what arises, what shows up for you. And then also notice how it changes. And then to release, if you're not already there, slowly lower and make a pillow for your forehead with your hands. And just pause and take a breath here. And then slide your hands under your shoulders and press your hips back to your heels for child's pose. And so child's pose can be done in many different ways. You can have your knees together. You could fold forward and take your arms to the sides. Or you could have your knees wide. You could have your arms extended. You can also use props. So if there's pain in your knees or your feet or your ankles, it can feel good. Or just if you want more support, to have a bolster under the torso as you fold forward. Maybe just bring one ear down. Right, so finding the appropriate situation for you, and then we'll hold for about 3 minutes. It's holding in child's pose and allowing the natural release of some of the muscles that tend to grip, like hip flexors, lower back, hamstrings, shoulders, neck, right? Just giving it all time. To come out of the pose, press into your hands and slowly lift up to a seated position, or come into tabletop if that doesn't feel good for your knees. And then we'll come to sit and extend the legs out in front of you, reset the knees. Scooch forward. Yeah. Rotate your ankle joints. And then we're going to take this into a twist on our back. So scooch forward, lie down. And I think the easiest way to come into this twist is to start out by rolling over into a fetal position. So we'll roll over, say, to the right side, coming into a fetal position. And then from there, unwind your top arm, your left arm. Now, if this is a lot on the shoulder, you could prop under the shoulder with a block or a blanket. It also can be nice to rest something on top of your top thigh, like a hand or a blanket, or even a sandbag if you have one. And your head could look up, it could look to either side, whatever feels best for your neck. You can also play with the position of the arm, bringing it higher up or lower down to find the place that's most interesting for you. And really sense the support of the ground. There's a lot more contact with the ground now, so see if you can use that to your advantage and really let yourself receive the support of the ground beneath you. Just noting the natural shape of the breath, as well as the movement of sensation through the fascia, through the muscles, through the joints. And really practice again, letting go, and just calling in nourishment, calling in quiet. You might open the mouth just to ensure that the jaw is relaxed. You're about halfway through the hold. And to come out of the pose, you're slowly going to unroll. So you come onto your back with both of your knees bent and your feet planted, and bring the pelvis to center, and just take a breath and let the pelvis settle for a moment, maybe sensing right and left pelvic half. And then we'll come into the fetal position on the other side. So rolling to the left And then unwinding your top arm, which is your right arm. And again, of course, you can prop under that arm if you want a little more support for the shoulder joint. It's nice to rest something on top of your top leg, whether it's a hand or blanket or sandbag. Also, you can bring something between your knees if it's really intense in the hip. Forgot to mention that on the first side. And then head can look up or to either side, whatever's best for your neck. And we'll take 4 minutes here. Allowing the bones to find their proper placement in the joints. Leg bones heavy, arm bones heavy. Rib cage just naturally expanding through the shape, right, which creates some rotation along the spine and the rib cage and makes a little more space for the lungs. Continue to sense the support of the ground and imagine the ground rising up to meet you, softening into that steadiness. And you might open the mouth to ensure that the jaw is soft. And you're about halfway through the hold. And then to release, slowly roll back onto your back, plant your feet, take your hips to neutral. Take a moment, just let the pelvic bones settle, descend, notice your breath. And then from here, if you want to rest longer, you could take Shavasana and rest for as long as you like. Or roll over to one side, press up to sit. Take something under you as you come to sit. And just sit quietly for a moment, observing the sense of the body, the weight of the body, the pulse of the body, the shape of the breath. And wishing you many moments of connection with yourself and of tapping into the natural intelligence of the body.